right, perfect. So again, I thank you very much for coming on today, and excuse my tardiness, but we are here with the winners of Low Inc. March 2025. Oh my goodness, it's already March. So why don't you go ahead and interview? Why don't you go ahead and introduce you guys, starting from whoever's on the left side of the screen. I believe you all see the same thing. Let's see.
Do we? Am I the furthest left for all of you?
Let
You're the
me
furthest right.
let me double
For
check.
me, it's Tetra.
Oh,
All
Uh-oh.
right, cool. Hold on. Oh my god.
Do you want to just go from like top to bottom of
Yeah,
of
why
the
don't we
first
just
side?
do top to bottom?
All right. You
That's
first.
me then, right?
yeah.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Lupical. I am a dualies charger main. I mainly play support for the team.
Yeah, I'm Tetra. I play mostly um mostly skirmisher role, all that kind of stuff.
All right. I'm Frisk or Churi. I don't. Pe- Call me whatever. I don't care. Uh, I play Bambrella. Uh, yep. There we go. I also have a bird. He's very loud sometimes. I should have mentioned that earlier. But you hear a bunch of clanging and obnoxious noises. Wasn't me.
Yeah, I'm Jaime. In the IPL, my in-game name was Hacklebob, so ignore that. I mainly play Slosher, but I won with Rapid, and like we've been picking Rapid a bit, but I got less than 200 wins with it, so I am not that good on it.
All right, perfect. Starting off here, where did your guys' team name come from? It's a little bit of a silly name. If I remember correctly, we have Splatoon 4, we win in parentheses. Where did that come and start?
Oh, I got this. I got this. So after I left my old team, about a month after that, I remember Jamie was like, "Yeah, do you want to?" I remember Jamie wanted to make a team. So when I put us both in a group chat or a server, I made. I just put a random sentence and a random icon. The icon is still the same icon. The name is still the same name. I just said it as Splatoon 4 we win temporary, but everyone seemed to like it, so I was like, all right, sure.
I'm
Well,
surprised.
it's not meant to be the name.
I'm
But,
surprised
well.
you.
I remember
Sorry,
I remember
I'm surprised you
getting
didn't
DM
include the
about joining the
temporary
team and I
portion.
saw the server name. I saw the
Yeah.
server name and I was like, perfect.
Oh, I had the same reaction. I was just like, is that actually the name? Like, no way.
Yeah, the channels are also named Yappy Yappy and Talkie Talkie, so those also haven't
Just
changed.
taking this seriously.
Not the most serious team.
Nope.
All right. Well, that's what we like to see. Just a good, like, strong team that doesn't take anything too seriously. Of course, that I feel like that's kind of how a lot of teams happen anyway. They just kind of show up, they have a random name, and then something either happens or they win, and they're just like, oh well, I guess this is us now.
Yep.
All right, perfect. Let's see here. What kind of you kind of answered this a little bit, but what weapons do you guys all play, or what weapons happen to be your favorites?
Oh, I guess I'll start. My very favorite weapon are the V dualies. Um, but I still appreciate playing cooler weapons like sap and pencil.
Perfect.
Um,
Um,
me like Dooley Squelches. But I also did really like decav on launch. I had a moment where I saw the weapon in the tray and I was like, that's my main. And fast forward till March next year and I'm winning Loink with it. I like
Perfect.
the other Doolies too.
I I've been playing regular Brella, Splat Brella, Sorella since like halfway through Splatoon 2's lifespan, and I've kind of been switching between off that and a bunch of different blasters. Haven't really picked it, but when we were kind of messing around with comps, we didn't know what I was supposed to run, so Bambrella kind of taken over,
Awesome.
Perfect.
and then I switched to Octobush sometimes. Octobush fun.
Perfect weapon. Meta. Top
Oh
tier.
yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's the top tier. It did at least the vanilla one kind of got buffed a little bit. So they got buffed in general. So
Oh yeah, that
So-
definitely helped.
yeah,
More
probably helped a
splashdowns
little.
or more bubbles.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I love splashdown.
Now we just need the canopy to be buffed, and you'll probably storm the entirety of competitive Splatoon.
Oh yeah, dude, 100%.
All right.
Like, I've been playing Slosher since S1, so like I kind of just stuck with it because I got so much time on it. I don't want to drop it. It could become the worst weapon in the game. I'm not dropping it. I've put too much hours into that weapon.
That's true. I
No
mean,
point, no.
if you put in too many hours, then it's something where it's just like, I might as well just stick with it. That's kind of how I felt with Dapple Dualies in Splatoon 2. Rep me, but I got so stubborn with those stupid things. I was like, I'm gonna run these into competitive, and I should have swapped a long time ago, but I didn't because I was super stubborn, and I was like, no, I am sticking with this weapon for the rest of my life. And then Bo came out, and then I dropped him.
That's fair.
I've been looking at Slosher though. The Slosher's
Alright.
always technically been in the meta. S2, the Slosher just went on break because
Yeah,
all the
just
other weapons are better than it. It's on vacation.
Yeah, poor Slosher had to deal with ink armor in Splatoon 2, which probably didn't help it at all. But it went from being one of the most powerful weapons in Splatoon 1 to it's still good, but just because of ink armor, it's not really great. And then now it's back to one of the best weapons in Splatoon 3, rightfully so. I think Slosher is one of the more difficult weapons to play, so I think it's okay for it to be in like top 10, top 5.
What I'm saying. What I'm saying. People don't see it like that though.
All right, perfect. Do you guys have like a favorite map mode combo at all? It could be any one of them, even if it's a bad one.
I can
That's
tell you
a
our
hard
least
one.
favorite map modes.
Oh, please go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hold on. We are not in fact fans of.
Yo,
oh,
it
okay.
just hit me. It just hit me. We lost on in block Clan Blitz yesterday as well. We cannot
we
win
did.
that map mode. We cannot win it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yo, it just hit me. We lost
We-
it again yesterday.
I don't know. No,
It
I'm
looks
trying
like
to
we're
think of-
doing. It looks like we're doing really well, and then they just get like a push off and just completely overwhelm us in overtime
Yeah,
on that map.
yeah,
not
that
good.
sounds right.
Dude.
I hate well, I hate haggle. I hate haggle. I hate haggle. I don't know about everyone else here, but I hate haggle.
We don't
I'm
haggle though.
pretty
Haggle's
cool with
okay.
haggle.
We're good at
It's
haggle.
alright.
It's good, but I still hate it. It still makes me want to bash my skull into a concrete wall.
I
hate
totally,
it.
I understand that so much.
We're really good at off-meta maps as well because we just play them a lot in Sendu. So, well, I say off-meta, just maps that are
Yeah.
banned.
Hammerhead
well.
zones, for example.
Oh my god,
Danny,
damn
look
it.
at- looking at
It's
you.
fire. It's too fire. It's a good map
It
mode.
is. Well, okay.
Bruh.
I like it personally.
I know.
think it's
I can totally understand that. Both hating and liking a map that nobody else likes. I hate Museum, but my team, like Museum Clam specifically, but me and my team are really, really good at it for some reason. So I'm just like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm not a
deal
fan
with
of it
it.
Come let me use Scorch. Come let me Scorch Clans, honestly. I've always been a
love
Scorch Clans hater.
Oh,
Oh, you hate it? I like it.
You hate it? I'm
Not a
indifferent.
fan, not a fan.
I'm neutral. Like,
I only play
always
zones
neutral.
really. So
Yeah, that's fair. I hate like any mode that isn't zones. Actually, to be fair.
Dang, got a zones enjoyer over here. Okay.
Oh yeah. Hey, clans is like close to being fun. If they
Oh,
made
close.
maps, then maybe.
but we're so bad at clams. We either
Oh,
like have
suck.
no, we either have no clams or we got too many clams.
Yeah.
Or we just lose last second. And it's like, actually, apart from Lowink's the only time we've won in clams last second because Lupical just held greats and scored in the last 20
oh,
seconds.
man.
In the actual champ.
I sharked it like an absolute coward.
Whoa, it worked, it worked. Wow.
It worked,
wow.
it worked, yeah.
What are some other map modes that you guys seem to enjoy a little bit more than other people?
Oh, me personally, Barnacle.
Mincemeat.
Barnacle.
Mincemeat,
Mincemeat.
Oh, yeah. We're so good at mincemeat as
Fuck.
well.
We are.
We're so good at mincemeat.
I like crab leg more than others. I don't know why people dunk on crab lag. It's a bit rough sometimes, but I've always liked it on clams.
Oh
A
my
bit
God.
weird like that.
My
Probably because I'm a
strike-
dually player, I can just spam crab on grates every
my,
time.
my strikes, yeah, but my strikes hit the grates and then they don't paint. That's why I hate it. It's a skill issue.
I hate Jet on that map too. Oh my god.
Oh,
But I
yeah.
don't play Jet anymore, so it's okay.
Oh,
But when you want to play Jet, then that's when Crab Leg's in rotation. You're like, well, guess I'm not playing Jet anymore.
One time I pick up Sorella. Crab
Never.
leg. Oh. Yeah, never.
Never. All right. How'd you guys' team get started? Did you have, or is this like a pickup that was kind of last minute?
Kind of both.
A little bit of both.
It was really,
We,
A little bit middle,
really
kind of.
difficult.
Yeah,
Me and Frisk were on the same team, and then we left, and then Frisk got members. So I let Frisk actually talk about it.
yeah, Jamie and I, yeah, we started our own thing. I remember we checked like FA posts. Or I did at least like every day, but
Mhm.
they just
Got it right there.
yeah. And eventually I saw Tetra and I was like, all right, worth a shot. We need range and like a support, but that's okay. Well, this can work too. And then once Tetra it worked pretty well with Tetra. I remember I don't know if you know who Misato is. He was a member on our old team. I made him sub in for the tryout. Absolutely.
Oh, and that worked as well.
It did work. We made him play edit. He got a quad, I think.
Wow.
And then,
I,
and then I remember I was like, okay, so low inks or Jamie messaged me saying low ink soon. I think it was low ink, right?
yeah,
Was
it
it
was
Lewin?
Lowick and it was both because Looty got announced and then Lowick got announced after. So we was like scrambling for players for
Yeah.
Looty.
Yeah, and then okay,
There's a bird.
okay. There's Bird, big angry, and then I was like, okay, we need someone really badly. I know a guy, and then that's how Lupo came to be. And it wasn't really gonna work too well because Lupo has school and a bunch of time issues, but we're still making it work to this day.
Somehow,
no
yeah.
result. And no
I just
results.
said- I
And
just
no
said, what if-
results and error.
I just said, what if me and Jammy just played later in the evening and it worked out? I guess.
Yeah.
Which is
Sure.
fair. Yeah, I've noticed that. I've noticed that when I was talking to some people last night at Sunset Surge, a lot of people were like, "Yeah, we were kind of just chilling, and then they announced Ludi, and then everybody was scrambling for a team." So that
Yeah,
kind of hit people like a brick wall. That Ludi announcement.
Oh, for sure.
Definitely hit
problem
me
is
like a
that-
brick wall.
There's a lot of people who like could be on a team, but they overestimate themselves a lot, and it kind of shoots them in the foot.
Yeah.
It's like like
Overestimating is probably one of my biggest regrets. Go on.
keep messaging people for teams, obviously, but like keep it realistic,
Yeah.
and then don't be disappointed with your div when it comes out, which is like
Also,
I'll
make
play
sure
that.
you announce your age. I don't want to do 13 in parentheses
Oh
and
my
mature.
god, yes.
and that's
Every
another reason
time
why
I
we
see-
should with
I've
teammates
Yeah,
because a
every
lot
time I
of
see-
miners messaged me.
I've
Yeah,
been
every time I
making
saw
that
mine, it
joke
was-
since I've tried to find a team at the end of Splatoon 2 onward. Because I've seen that so many times where people put in parentheses amateur, and I'm like, I don't care if you're mature. You can
Yeah.
still get grounded.
A lot of people I didn't ignore, but I said no, you're not 18.
Which
Yeah.
it's totally understandable. You don't really want to, hang out or jive. Like if you're not gonna jive with that one person, no matter what, then it's just like, well, then it's not gonna work. Like
Yeah.
team building is one of the most difficult things in Splatoon. It's one of the most fulfilling things because obviously once you find a group of random people that you think can work together, then it works really well. But sometimes, yeah, it takes a long time. Like it took me the better part of like 3 months just to find the team that I currently am in. So, and we can't even play anymore because we all have lives, unfortunately. So, and
Yeah.
that happens.
Wish I had one of those.
We're quite lucky, honestly. I know like we're half EU, half NA, but we can play later at the nights, and it doesn't really affect me too bad because it's not too late.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like peak NA time anyway. It's
Not having
fine.
to wake up at like 3 in the morning. There are some of these teams that have people like all the way across in like India, and they still are able to wake up at like 3, 4 in the morning. I'm like, dude, how do you even do that? I can't
That's too
even
much
imagine.
dedication. That's too much
Impressive.
dedication.
Yeah, there's a lot of dedication, but then also at the same time, I'm like, why didn't you just localize it a little bit more? Then you'd solve the problem at least a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But no, they're persevering. If they see, Ludi, someone playing, 8 p.m. our time, they're waking up, and that's a lot. That's a lot of dedication, which is why I'm actually very impressed with like people like you guys who have teams that are, across like 4 different time zones. Like, yeah, we can do it. I'm just like, okay. Hope you're not too tired by the end of it. But whatever floats your boat.
It works.
It was.
Have any of you won anything previous to Low Squid League? Or Low Ink. I have these interview questions set for Low Squid League. It's Low Ink.
I
Jimmy,
didn't.
you were
I
there.
guess.
Were you there for when we won everyone?
No,
Okay.
I was watching. I saw you
Damn.
win. But I won one tournament. I won Tri-Strike, but it don't really count because there's like 10 teams in it. So.
J-Emoji tournament.
Oh, I forgot about the J-Emoji tournament. Yeah, I won that. I won the
J-Emoji had a
J-Emoji
tournament?
Yeah, when it's going for the badges. Yeah, we won that. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Dang, that's
Yep, my biggest result.
That peak better than the wink.
better than Low Ink.
Yeah.
How many people are at the J-Emoji tournament?
Oh, there's a lot. But
Oh,
like
okay.
it was best of one tower control. So it wasn't really a tournament. But I love saying I won it.
Okay, J-Emoji.
Yeah, it's BL1. But in our bracket we had to play J-Emoji and Dude, and we beat them. So
That's funny.
I think it's a good result.
Yeah, I think that's a good result. You can just say, I beat Dude once.
Yes.
Best of one.
Yeah, in a best of one.
I kind of like the only tournament I really won before this was Get Coupled when I randomly did it with one of my old team captain during Grand Fest. And other than that, I haven't really won anything. This is kind of like my first major win.
Right. So it's a lot like the first major win for pretty much all of you.
Yeah. What about you, Liverpool? How many
I
tournaments have you played in the past?
I didn't play. This is my like second or third tournament ever. I didn't win anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I
That's-
just
That's totally fair.
Put me in a beat.
Yeah, I've just won A for 1. That's it. Second minnow, I think, as well. But that's like kind of all I've had.
Those are pretty respectable. Not as respectable as the J-Emoji tournament, but you know.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Got me there.
That result.
So fire.
destroyed.
Why best of one? Oh my god, I need to I kind of want to know that, but
J-Emoji's not a TO. He doesn't know what he's doing.
No, it was just farming for the badge. You know, like the host like 1,000 tournaments, have like 1,000
oh
players.
yeah, the bad.
He was going for that badge. He was going for the badge, so he was just hosting tournaments. And my friend's a big J-Emoji fan, and was like, "We've got to play in it. I want to play in this tournament." So they dragged me and my other friend as a comp player to play against turbo casuals, who like just no offense, like they're obviously casuals, and it's like wow, but I really wanted to win it, so they dragged me and my friend in it who play comp.
So we try harder. Got it.
Yep. Yeah.
That's funny. I didn't think. I mean, I knew he would be one to probably like get that badge, but I didn't think he would announce it. I guess that's the only way you really could. I thought you'd only be able to do it with like a handful of people and just grind it for hours. But I guess it's easier since you have a platform to just be like, "Hey, please do this tournament."
Yeah, he did it 4 times. He did like a solos and the duos, the trios, and he did the team of 4s, and that's what we played and won.
That's bizarre, but also really funny. I don't know why Nintendo decided to make a badge for that, but who cares? I mean,
It's also broken. It says
Is it?
host 1,600 tournaments, but you don't actually have to host it. You just need that many players to play in a tournament, like in total.
oh, so you can have 1,600 people join and just not even do it.
No, not that. It just has to add up to it.
Oh,
Like, you can just keep hosting 20-player tournaments and get the badge eventually.
that's weird. Okay.
so it's a bit
Yeah, that's just weird. Going into some of the more technical questions here. Did you go into Low Ink here with a game plan, or was it more like a reaction to whatever the team did the most? I'm actually kind of curious about that.
Shit. It was just kind of have fun. Just
Yeah.
play,
Okay.
just play and have fun. But
He
obviously,
improvised a lot.
yeah. But obviously, if something happened in the game, we knew what to do. Like, there's a team called Blitzwave, and I played Lita. In game one, they dropped 17 kills against us, and obviously we lost. So I just went rapid to go against the Lita, and so we just kind of go off what people
It
play.
worked.
And double bubble.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if I double bubble as well,
Oh, double bubble.
because I didn't play strikes.
So we kind
So
of
we-
steamrolled on tower.
Yeah. We don't really know what we do wrong. We can just see what the opponents are doing wrong, and we
Right.
play off
Yeah.
that.
Which is totally fair. I feel like that's definitely one way to, like, if you notice something or a mistake or anything that the other team is doing, you might as well just capitalize off of it. Or if they're gonna, like, that's still kind of a game plan, but it's more just like okay, well, they played this, we'll play this, we'll see if it works. And sometimes if it does, and great. If it doesn't, then you just kind of move on.
The only one we had a game plan for was like grand finals, because the person we played in grand finals did beat us. So like, we knew what we was trying to like do. We knew we tried different comp because we were losing on our main comp, and we knew where they crabbed a lot. Cause we watched their VODs like whilst waiting for the set, so
Classic.
we could just predict where there's gonna crab in new specials,
And we did.
and we did do that.
Awesome.
And
See,
we won.
yeah, and that's
Here we
that's
are
the
now.
example of, hey, the game. This is the game plan, and it works. So
Yeah.
never really know unless you have to swap between the two. So
Yeah, mostly when we play, it's just play to play, see where we get, have fun. I don't know.
which is fair.
Usually
I feel like that's most people in Lowing. They're kind of just like, let's play. So, like, of course you're playing to win, but you're mostly there for the experience and have fun.
Yeah.
Yep, and we happened to win somehow.
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 The stars aligned.
The
I
grace
guess.
of God.
I didn't think we'd like ever make bracket, and Tetra thought we wouldn't even make alpha bracket. I just
I knew.
Yeah, I thought it was like beta at
So we're
best,
gonna win.
and I was like, and we won.
I knew. I
somehow.
saw it coming. I saw it coming from the day before Lowing. I was like, we're gonna win this somehow. I knew. I just knew.
Came to you in a dream.
Jamie just knows these kind of things, alright?
Oh yeah.
Now, the last team that I interviewed for Little Squid League mostly actually ran triple bucket. But what I only saw a brief set of your guys in Grands because I was out of town and I didn't have any internet. So I only saw a brief bit. But I did see that you guys did run with Bamboo or Bambrella.
Oh yeah.
Which is not a obviously common pick. My assumption before you told me that your favorite weapon was the Bambrella was, oh, they just want to try a Bambrella to see how it goes because it just got recently buffed. But was that just like you just wanted to just because it's your favorite weapon?
Kinda. I don't know. I know this is gonna sound very weirdly unbelievable, but I feel like that might genuinely be my best weapon, and I feel like I
Okay.
do so much better on that than other weapons somehow, and it works.
Yeah, no,
And
that's like totally
it's
fair
really
because
good.
you're gonna want to push like the weapon that you know best, even if it is like a lower tier tournament. It is best for the team if you just play what you know, because if you
Yeah.
don't play what you know, like if you were to swap to like I don't know, like pencil for some reason, like it's not gonna work. So
No, I know. It's also just really fun to me. So a combination of both made me
Right.
just be like, yeah, we can just run this, right?
Not only that, he's just insane at it. I don't know how he just pops off. He gets quads against the team.
Oh, yeah.
He killed Zerers with it.
Oh,
We
yeah,
did do that. We did kill Zarus with it.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's our time to time.
Let me scrub back here. I did pull up the VOD here just to make sure I can actually understand what was going on. And then we also have here, obviously we have Octobrush Nouveau, and Decav and Rapid Deco. So you're basically running a backlineless comp in this first game of Grands, which is fairly interesting because this is like you're up against idiots in chat. And they're running a very, very standard comp minus the Octobrush. And I think you guys won that one. Let me Scrub packs.
Yes.
Yeah,
did
you
win the
did win
first
that
Monster
one.
Grab, yeah.
I did stick with Octobush for the
Okay.
last
Yeah,
set.
because we switched to brush because their brush kept zipping onto us, and like honestly, we couldn't deal with it. We just couldn't kill it fast enough. Like,
Oh, okay.
Bamboo Umbrella has insane stats. Like 90 damage is actually insane.
Yeah.
Like I don't
Yeah.
think anyone sees how insane 90 damage. It's a bad weapon. It is bad, but it does so much damage, and its fall off damage is also stupid good. You just shoot around the corner and it just like 80, 70.
Right.
It does so much damage. But
Yeah, it
Yeah,
shares
I-
the
kind of
old
bad.
damage values.
the kits are kind of bad, and that canopy shooting off in like a second and 150 shield damage. Oh,
Yeah, against that, I felt like something we do struggle sometimes against is like sharking weapons or flanking weapons. Like Wiper, I know is one of them. If Tetras were run, I'm assuming we'd probably have an issue with that. Same with Inkbrush and Octobush also a little bit. So I figured if Octobush is good at dealing with those, even against itself. I remember every time they zipped, I just shark by and I just get the zip every single time, and it
Right.
seemed to be working pretty well for us. Better than Umbrella's 90 damage.
Which is always a good thing. If you realize that one thing is not going to work, then it is best to pop another one.
Yeah.
And even still, then you are running a very like non-standard comp, which I will always commend teams for doing, because if you're running something non-standard, while you do still have a wide variety of weapons that you can pick that is technically meta, it's still difficult to run something like the Octobrush Nouveau, where you don't really see it anywhere past like low to mid tier, just because of it. It's simply just because there's a better kit out there. It is actually really interesting that you decide to at least try to do this mostly non-meta thing just to see if it works. And if you do, you're sticking with it. You're not like, okay, let's go back to like, something standard. Aside from, Rapid Deco, but,
Yeah.
like, I just think it's impressive that you were able to win pretty handedly Grands 3-0 with Octobrush Nouveau, because it is such an unnecessary. It's such an unusual weapon to be picking, especially when there's a lot of stakes on the line.
Oh yeah.
also a bracket
My
reset
personal
as
thought
well.
process is
We came through losers
yeah.
in low ink, and we
We
played
did come
like,
through.
it was 2-1 down in losers, and that's when we switched to brush because the Bamboo Umbrella weren't working. Like, not because Frisk is bad, it just wasn't working. It's such a bad weapon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like-
the Zipcaster though, yeah.
That was an issue.
Going for me on pen, so
They wanted you.
Oh yeah, I really did. Also,
Yeah.
Tetra was gonna say something.
But
I
it
was
is.
about to say, my thought process is just kind of like, it's low level, nobody cares. Like, basically, any weapon can somewhat work if you're good enough at low level.
Yes.
So we can just run wherever we want
Yeah,
to
definitely.
an extent.
agreed.
Yeah, and I do think that's like, if you have that mindset when you're going into low ink, then I think you're gonna have a lot more fun. I think, of course, again, you're playing to win, but if, honestly, low ink is a really, really good tournament to experiment with those kind of unusual picks, and see if they work at all. And a lot of the times it does. Again, or like Little Squid League, they won with triple bucket. And that's literally something that you would never see ever. But because they were so confident with it, they just won. So because you guys were so confident with the Umbrella, I think it just worked really, really well in your favor. And the same thing with the Octobrush Nouveau, because you're so confident with it, it works. So there's nothing wrong with picking an off-meta weapon if you know it's going to work for you. Right. Next up here, next question. Were there any particular plays that you thought were notable in any of your games, whether it be round 1 or grand finals? Do you have any notable plays that you thought worked really, really well in your favor?
Jamie.
I remember only 2. Okay, 2 plays. One play is Jamie on Hagglefish Tower. He just goes in while I'm on tower. He just goes in and then close combat darts the splash, and I just thought that was an insane play. Usually I was supposed to be one there because I was a front line, but he just goes in, absolutely kills it.
Yeah, because we had momentum. We just came back from 2-1 down on bracket reset. I thought, you know what, I can do it. They're gonna be like not scared, but like, they're gonna be panicking if I just run up. And I did. They didn't shoot me. They
Yeah.
kept shooting the floor trying to escape, and I just darted them close range.
And the second play I remember the most was Frisco jumping in the water.
Oh yeah.
No.
No, you can't out Frisk like that because we both jumped in the water that time.
Oh yeah, Jamie jumped in the water too.
I squid
jumped
rolled and
in.
missed a wall. And was like,
I was throwing strikes for retake, and I only threw one because I walked off the map. And then on hold, Frisk just squid rolled off the map.
Oh no!
someone
Like
called me
that, like genuinely
timestamp.
though,
It's like,
genuinely, that might seem bad, but genuinely, like all of my nerves just disappeared. Like I was so nervous throughout the entire tournament, and I just fucking lost it in laughter. I just felt so much better, and I was just like, okay, it's okay, we lose. I had so much fun. It was a great tournament.
We won
It was
that as
tactical,
well.
I swear.
We won that game as well, even though we jumped in the water twice, losing special. So
That's-
oh well.
Kind of funny. What map was that on?
It was Mahi.
That makes
Because,
sense.
Frisk
Very
was so much
easy
worse.
map
No,
to pull off.
Frisk doesn't make sense though. 'Cause you know, like on Snipe, there's a bit of water underneath it, like
Right.
underneath Snipe. Frisk jumped into that like tiny patch of water.
I think I remember
walked
Frisk
off
saying, I
that.
forgot that was there.
I tried to roll into the side of the there's one side of that block is paintable for
Yeah.
some reason. I tried to squid roll into that and I just missed completely. My depth perception sucks.
Mine was fine. Mine was more like actually it wasn't even more reasonable. I went on Grates and just went in squid mode. But yours is worse.
It was worse. But it was tactical, so
It was tactical. It was tactical. Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah. All planned, all planned.
That is very hilarious, I think. Were there any other particular plays, good or bad, that you thought that was either worth mentioning?
I mean, it's not like solo plays, but we like a lot of our retakes were just really good. Like we just
Yeah.
sit back and spawn, and we just retake. Like on Umami, on like game 1 of bracket reset, they got to 3 points, and we somehow retook and just held and won the game out.
Mhm. Yeah,
Like we play with a lot of patience, and I think that's good.
which, yeah, I think is really, really good. That is one thing that you'll probably is going to be the hardest for pretty much every player to try to get their head wrapped around. Is you shouldn't leave spawn unless you have a special or a plan. So you need to be really, really, really patient with that. But a lot of people, oh my god, whether it be
Yeah.
in teams or in solo queue, especially in solo queue, they just drop down and try to keep going. I'm like, no, no, stop.
I am one of a lot of people.
I do that sometimes too.
Yeah, but in low ink we somehow just stopped doing that, and then we did it last Luchi set. But oh well, it don't matter. But like in
Two of
low
us
ink we
got
didn't.
inspired.
Yeah, in low ink we didn't feed as much. We just actually started back and played for life, which was good.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
there wasn't
Definitely
really
welcome
many
keeping that up.
individual plays, honestly, because we just played as a team.
Right.
But there's no real individual plays that were hype.
Which I think is good. I think honestly, like individual plays is obviously really, 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 really cool. But I think working together as a team is a lot better, simply just because that's how you're supposed to play the game. So once you do that, once you figure that out, and I think it really, like, as a team, it really just connects super, super well. So I do think that's a good idea, that it's like, well, who cares about individual plays? Let's all just keep working together.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. And actually, I did notice here, you guys went up against Roulette super early in the top 8. And Roulette was at Sunset Surge recently. They actually just got 4th place there. And you guys beat a team that was doing really, really well at Sunset Surge until they ran into 2 really good teams. One that had Pepe and Shiny on it, and then another that had Dio on it. So you guys played obviously really, really well in tournament, just simply because of the fact, and then of course that you won. So you guys did really, really good, especially in top 8, since you just pretty much, it was like a full winners run, wasn't it? Or almost?
No, we went through losers
Almost.
because idiots beat us in winners brackets final. and
Oh,
then
okay.
we had to then we beat Blitzwave again in losers brackets final.
Oh, okay,
And then
okay.
obviously we won 3 grands and bracket reset.
Ah, yes, there is it. There is your team.
Right.
Okay. That's still pretty impressive though, because like even like running through losers is a lot more difficult than just running through winners because you have to play a lot more. And I'm sure,
Yeah, you
and
beat us
because
twice.
yeah, and you have to play the same
You
team
beat them
twice.
twice.
And like the nerves are obviously gonna get to you a little bit more because it's like, okay, oh, we're one team, one set from losing, We got to lock in a little bit more. So, like
I
you
was just
guys,
excited.
yeah,
Honestly, in losers brackets finals, we was actually kind of chilled because we played Blitzwave before, so we knew what we had to do to beat them, and obviously we
Mhm.
beat them 3-0 in losers final. We just knew what we had to do, and it just worked.
Right. And if it just works, then cool, you did it, you
Yeah.
win.
Yep.
Let's see. Do you guys, obviously everyone still has room for improvements. Do you think there is any areas that any of you could improve in, whether it be like communication, map knowledge, weapon knowledge, maybe map knowledge, considering the fact that you fell off the grades on Mahi, but
Okay.
Damn. I need to stop running in on my own. I need to stop running in on my own. I just panic and jump the gun sometimes, and I need to be a lot more careful there.
Which is fair. A lot of people, I think a lot of people do that, especially if there's like maybe like a small panic where you're like, oh wait, we need to like go here super quickly, and then you're just gone.
Yeah, I definitely need to get better at uh, callouts and under picking up on callouts. I struggle so hard with communication in general, but especially this where it's so fast paced. Oh my god, so much of it flies over my head.
Oh yeah.
That and getting sleep would help.
Same here. Please get sleep.
I'm going out today at like 1 a.m. again, so maybe
Oh
tomorrow.
wow. Okay. Well, at least we don't have anything planned.
Yeah.
I need to stop lying in my comms because I be full well knowing the person I've just fought is full HP, and I'd be saying I've hit them for 70. I know I haven't. I just be lying.
I keep darting them and they don't die, and I'm like, huh?
You told me to
Yeah.
fight them. You want me to kill them. You want me to kill
Yeah,
them
that's
out
what
for
I
you.
do it. I like to say to make you take the fight, but like I kind of need to stop doing it.
I don't know, I think
I
haven't-
personally need to improve in my decision making and just generally knowing where I should be positioning wise.
Yeah, you're still very new to comp, I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
very new
I
to
agree.
comp.
Yeah, we kind of threw in the deep end, but oh well, it's working out.
Yeah, that's true. You kind of, honestly, it actually is kind of a miracle how far you went when you have one person that is very, very new to comp and doesn't probably fully understand like almost anything aside from playing the game.
I don't know. I
Don't
just
get out
play
of
the game.
Yeah. Just tell me where to go and what to do, and I'll do it.
I know. I've also been playing with the book for like years on end, so the synergy is already kind of there.
Right. Which, and that synergy will go a long way. It's just everything else kind of needs to fall into place.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Any other tournaments you're looking forward to going to now that you've won Low Ink?
Is there?
There's
my
like
God.
there's like nothing, honestly.
Yeah.
Like not
Yeah.
a mean way, but like there's nothing for like that's reasonable. You know what I mean? That's like hard for us to play because we can't play NA tournaments midweek because obviously
Of
we're
course.
EU. But then we can't
Yeah.
play EU tournaments midweek because they're NA.
I
So
can.
it's quite we can play the weekend ones, but we can't play Minnow anymore because we're banned.
right.
And we can still play All for One, but it's like I don't really want to play All for One Rainmaker only. So that's kind of a miss.
Right. You kind of have to.
It's-
It's a little bit harder for you guys to plan everything around the weekend. But I mean there are available like tournaments on the weekend, but they're not going to be the. I guess the hard ones. I guess is probably a better way to put it. But I definitely
A lot of them are open skill now.
yeah, a lot of them are open skill, which I'm kind of glad for because there's not that many open skill tournaments. There's a lot of skill capped tournaments, that's for sure. a lot
There's
of
too
notable
many
skill
skill
capped. Yeah, there's almost too many skill capped tournaments now that I think about it. But like, once you kind of win low ink, then you're kind of just relegated to the very few no skill cap tournaments, Sendo Q, or Scrim, which while it's nice, it's always nice to have those, tournament wins under your belt. So congratulations, you guys are probably gonna have a lot more difficult time finding a tournament now.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
I'll keep playing though.
We keep playing the game.
That's really
We'll
all you
try
can
our
do.
There's a couple we can play.
Every now and then.
Yeah. All right. Last question here for this interview. Any general advice to people just getting into competitive Splatoon, or anyone who's new? Any advice to impart onto the masses?
Have fun. Just
Mm,
like
Yeah,
That's
just
just try to have fun, man.
it's
Like
Splatoon. It's not
people
that
think it's like
serious.
super sweaty. People think it's like super sweaty or like over competitive, but like not really. I mean, I'm just here to have fun.
Right.
Also, a lot of people think there's like massive skill requirements to be in comp. There really isn't. You can join whenever you feel like it. Even if you just got the game yesterday and you happen to be here watching this, then you go do comp if you feel so inclined. I don't know,
Oh,
man.
get Jackson.
as an addition to that, you should try and be really good friends with your teammates. Because if you're good friends with your teammates, you have like twice the more fun. That's like this
Yeah.
synergy will be unstoppable.
You'll be hanging out with them for quite a lot. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's probably gonna happen naturally.
You're gonna become
but-
friends anyway.
Yeah. But
Have
like,
great communication skills.
yeah.
I'd also say, like, actually push yourself with tournaments because there's a lot of like low level caps, like from the Cup and LSL, and there's a lot of people who only play them. Like, play all for one and stuff. Like, obviously, don't play like the big tournaments that you're just gonna lose in instantly because it's just not fun. Like, play all for one and try and push yourself. That's how you improve as well, by playing people who are harder than you. You can't just keep playing people at the same skill level.
Yeah.
And try out different weapons as well, because there's some teams that just stick with the same comp over and over again, and it's like, just try something else out and just have fun. It's literally Splatoon in the end. Like, we're not getting paid.
Yeah.
So,
Unless you're one of like the top two teams. I think Black Lotus is actually sponsored now.
oh yeah,
but
yeah,
they're
they're
like
sponsored. Like,
literally the only team that's sponsored right now.
yeah, there's only ever been like one other
Not even
team
the
that's
top
like
of the top
paid.
get paid.
Yeah.
No, they
only-
get.
Well, let's see. There's In Control. I think is sponsored. I don't know. I think they're sponsored, and then for the not for the win, the remnants of For the Win from Splatoon 2 were sponsored. Set to Destroy. That's what they're called. They were sponsored, but as far as I know, those are the only teams that are sponsored.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a sponsorship, play a different game.
Yeah, if you want to make money,
Yeah.
don't play this game.
Don't play this game unless you're gonna become the next Chara or Dude. Don't play this game.
And like, honest, yeah. Also, if you want to like actually like improve, you need to like get your name out there. So if you've got capture cards, you need to stream and upload like random videos because it'll get your name out there and like make you be able to play with other people, like more experienced people.
Yeah.
Like, if you get your name out there, you get so many more connections with people, which is a good thing. Because there's a lot of people with capture cards who don't stream or upload, which I get why, but you need your name out there as well.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. Which I finally I think people are starting to realize that. A bit too late, but people are starting to realize that. Thanks, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Specifically, dude. But which I'm glad people are starting to realize that. I wish it happened in Splatoon 2. Even Splatoon 1, I think it should have happened more. That's a little bit more difficult because that was like capture cards are still like relatively new-ish, and the only one that was really available was the Elgato. At least
Oh,
a
that's
cheap
still
one.
expensive as well.
Yeah, and even then that was still expensive. Now you have so many different options. You can spend $40 and get a decent one. So that's why like I definitely just recommend anyone, even if you're not planning to upload, which you definitely should, get a capture card anyway, because that makes VOD reviewing a million times easier.
Yep.
For sure.
The replay system is so buggy.
It's so
It might be the
buggy.
worst thing they've made. Oh no, it's not the worst thing, but
it's
bad.
okay at best, but like
Yeah.
the replay system is not the best thing, especially if you're trying to all look at the same footage. If you're trying to load in 4 separate times, and it's gonna be desynced at some point. Someone's gonna be like, okay, if you go to this like point, and it's gonna be slightly different for everybody. So just get a capture card. It's really not that hard anymore. If you're 13, just ask your parents.
Yeah, Christmas present, birthday present.
Yeah.
Either way, you can get it.
Yeah, I'm definitely also there.
I don't know.
Yeah, like I just recommend just get a capture card. It's really not that hard. Anything else that you guys want to mention before we wrap up here?
Anyone?
Not really, I don't think.
Boogie woogie.
Yeah.
Oh
Go
wow,
again.
okay, pal.
Yeah, boogie woogie.
Boogie.
Boogie woogie.
First thing that came to mind.
Let's just all, let's
Remember
just
that,
let's just
remember
all
that.
be nice in the community as well. Let's make it a nice community. Because
Yeah.
too many people, too many.
There's a
Yeah.
lot.
Just be nice, I guess.
Yeah, please,
And have
please
fun.
be nice.
Be nice and have fun, like a fire community.
All right,
Yeah.
perfect. Well, thank you guys
We need to fight.
very much for taking the time to be interviewed, which was probably a surprise to you guys when I first reached out. And also, again, thank you for for being patient with me and for being late. I greatly appreciate your time. Where can we find you, whether it be on Twitter, Blue Sky, streams, YouTube, anything like that?
I think Jammy streams.
Yeah, I
I
also
stream.
stream. I do on YouTube though, because I hate Twitch.
Same.
I stream on Twitch because it's the only one I know how to use, and it's got more followers than my YouTube.
Which is also fair.
So-
Yeah, I do have a Twitter, but
Jammy's
I
pretty
wouldn't
close
direct
Twitch
anyone there.
affiliate, I'm fairly sure.
Oh, I'm so close to affiliate. I need a third of a viewer.
A
Get
third of a
affiliate.
viewer.
Follow Jammy on follow Jammy on Twitch right now. Do it.
Yeah,
You
my
got
Twitch is like a
I mean, I'm
stupid
not gonna
name.
force you, but like
It's like- It's a stupid name.
Well, feel free to link that all in the group chat, and I'll be able to post that or slap that all in the description as well.
Oh yeah.
Anyone else you want to shout out before I don't end stream? I'm actually going to be playing Xenoblade Chronicles X after this, but before we conclude with all of you, anything you want to mention? Anything at all?
Oh, not that I can think of.
I got
not
nothing.
really.
None of my friends play comp Splatoon.
Coming up
They should
blank
though.
right now. Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, perfect. Again, thank you guys very much for taking the time out of your day to be interviewed. Of course, if you want to follow any of these fine folks over on either Twitter or Blue Sky or Twitch or YouTube, I will be posting all of their socials in the description below once I upload this video tomorrow. And again, thank you guys and congratulations on your victory on Low Inc. Let's hope that you will go to as many tournaments as possible, even though there are not as many non-skill cap tournaments as there should be.
Oh yeah. Yeah, thank you so much for reaching out.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
no problem.
Thank
And
you.
Yeah, thanks.
yeah, of course. And
Amazing. Good
again,
time.
if you ever need to have someone talk to or yap, feel free to just come back, and we'll always have you.
Oh
Thanks.
yeah.
All right. Have a good rest of your day, everyone.
Sure thing.
Right?
You too. Take care.
Take care.
Alright.
Have a nice
Thanks.
day.
Lovely. Bye.
Bye bye.